All right, so this is like Coach Steve says, sometimes a move is so old it's cool. In this case, it happens to be cool all by itself, even if it was brand new. But I saw it on like a 70, 80-year-old Kosen Judo video that got posted maybe 6 months to a year ago. Anyways, basically it was a training video of like a 5th or 6th dan in Kosen Judo, which is a form of judo that it's not really a different type of judo, it's just a different focus of judo. They usually do a lot more newaza.
It's newaza, it's ground game judo, yeah.
So
long history, guys.
This was right after World War II, so it was black and white, and it was this little gray-haired guy that was probably 60s, maybe 70s, barely had any hair. What he did have was like grayish white. Looked like your granddad. And he was pulling this move off. It was slick as hell. I've never seen it before. And I've tried it since then, and it works like a charm. So it gets you out of a really bad position. It's a position that there aren't a lot of reversals from the get-go, and you end up in an arm lock, which is always good. So basically it's a roll-out counter to Kata Jime, which is the head and arm choke, and you end up in Waki Gatame, which is a shoulder lock. Okay? So, without further ado. Okay, so Mike's going to come down and he's going to get me in a head and arm choke, or what some people call the arm triangle. Okay? So normally what he'd do is he'd put his head down, he'd squeeze the arms, okay? He gets that compression on both the carotids, I go out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push my arm down. This is a common defense to give you a little bit of breathing room, so to speak, in between my shoulder and my carotid artery. So I take the arm that he's choking with and I just push it down. Okay? This isn't the end all be all. This is just to give me a little bit of time, but more so it's to trap his arm. Okay? So if you're rolling over with this move and you're not getting the arm, it's because you're not pushing your arm down and clamping on his shoulder. Okay? And as soon as I get that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick over this way, not towards him, away from him. Okay? So you just kick over. Once your feet come down, all I have to do is pull my head out the back door and bring his arm with me. Okay? So here we are. Take the arm. Okay? Now you'll see that Mike almost flipped over. When you get cooperating people that aren't choking you so much as holding you, sometimes they'll flip over and then you end up in Kosen Gatame, which is also good. But usually if they're choking you pretty hard, they don't flip over. Okay, go ahead and squeeze it. All right, so he's squeezing pretty tight, okay? Okay, so there we go. I got Kosen Gatame now.
So that's in the case when he did flip over, roll over.
Right.
You might have caught him cold and he just whipped over. You know, that could happen.
Okay, so this time we flip out and he's already tapping before I even straighten the arm. One more time. Okay, so again, just over that way. Okay, see how when I come out, I'm kicking through, still have his arm. Okay? And then you just pull up, and he's usually tapping before you get that straight. I'm putting all my weight on the back of his shoulder socket, so it makes the shoulder lock super tight. Okay, so I should get the tap before I even get up here and do this.
Waki Gatame in this case, the armpit lock, or the side of the body lock, is every bit as much a shoulder lock as it is an arm lock or an elbow joint lock.
Right.
And it should be, because it is a very painful move. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, demo one more time from this angle, and then we'll let you guys practice.
Okay, grab my own arm, push down, kick over that way. Pull my head through, sit out. Just finish with the arm lock. Okay? Questions?
Okay.
Comments?
All right, let's give it a try.
Try it.
So guys, that's a kind of a head and arm choke, or Kata Jime type choke, shoulder choke, a counter, roll over, and a sit through Waki Gatame. There we go. Okay.